It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. It's your boy Charlie Bahama here. And man, again, on this week's show, we are chock full of Shakespeare in Paradise. And this time we're going to feature... Oh, thank you so much, Archibald.
You mean David?
Archibald. Oh, this week we're going to have the musicals, and I'm so excited. Today's show, a Bahamian legend, Eddie Minnis on the show. All right? So come on back, Charlie Bahama Show. I'm not going to talk long. I want to get right to the show. Come on back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And as I promised, in the house, the legendary Eddie Minnis. This is so exciting for me to have you on the show. I had you on once before talking about your art with Electric Air. But now we're talking music, and it's an honor to have you on the show. How are you feeling?
Very well. Life is good here in Eleuthera.
People know you not only from your music, but your art. I remember as a kid driving down West Bay, and you'll see you out there with your canvas and painting the scene, you know. So you're not only a legendary musical artist, but a legendary painter. What do you prefer most if somebody said, Eddie, you can only do one or the other?
That's difficult because many times while I was out on the street or down by the beach painting, I was also composing music because they went hand in hand. Sometimes I would stop painting to sort of write down the lyrics I just thought about. And so it's all art, and it's all part of the freedom that I enjoyed as an artist in the Bahamas.
Yeah, and it was so amazing because not only was the music on your albums amazing, but people just used to love to see the album cover that you did. You know, the album covers are so jokey. I mean, it is so good.
Yeah, it's sort of Granny and Fleabag. That was from my potluck days, and I sort of kept them as a part of the music as well.
Yeah, wow, this is marvelous. And I mean, I got to see the real thing, and the way they wove your songs together into this story really amazed me. How did you feel after you saw it?
Yeah, it's of interest that Philip said he didn't want me to see any of the rehearsals. I know he had selected 26 songs, but that first night, the premiere of the show, when I saw it, it was amazing because it was as if the songs were written for the play rather than the play written around the songs. And I think Philip said he took all the CDs that I told him about, and he spent all night going through and selected 26. He must have had this whole theme in mind when he listened to those songs, because the way he wove them in, it was truly amazing. And it really brought the songs to life as well.
Yeah, well, your music has always been, like every song is a little story. I mean, when you hear an Eddie Minnis song, you see it. I mean, you see the song in your mind. You know, it's so descriptive, so funny. So, I mean, it's so many aspects of it. So it was a play already. I mean, you know.
Well, sometimes a lot of the students say that their teachers, and many of the teachers said that they used the songs to teach Bahamian culture in the schools, and the kids say how they acted out certain parts. Now, as I was doing the music, I really wasn't thinking about storytelling and so on. I guess it just happened. It happened naturally.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, you know, doing this interview, I reacquainted myself with the songs, and I could not believe. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. That's an Eddie Minnis song too. You know, Naughty Johnny, Alcohol, People. I mean, people don't even I don't even think they realize this big body of work was all from one person.
Well, it was done over a period of years because I had no musical training. I didn't even know I could write a song, much less sing a song.
Wow.
And so I started writing poems, and I realized that I don't read any poems, and so nobody's going to read mine. So I had this idea that maybe if I put them into songs, people will listen to them and get the message.
Yeah.
And so from that particular point on, all my ideas came to me in songs. And what's of interest, the lyrics and the melody came at the same time.
Wow.
And since I didn't know any music, I would just write them down and sing it to myself so that I could remember the lyrics. And it was really a blessing to get together with Ronnie Butler. As a matter of fact, he invited me to work along with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he helped me bring the songs alive in the Bahamian rake and scrape genre. And so we started collaborating back in 1971. And up until his death a couple of years ago, we were working together on the music. So he was really my master teacher, because he understood what I was getting across, you see. And so it became like a natural marriage that we had a great friendship and we continually worked together. And so he is as much responsible for the results as I am. He even taught me how to sing the songs, because again, no musical background and not even thinking that I could do it. But he really helped me to have the confidence to do it, and the results spoke for themselves.
I mean, this is such a pleasure, and I'm so happy that the young folks out there and all Bahamians get to see this play on our TV, so they can see the music of Eddie Minnis.
As a matter of fact, it's of interest that when Philip started putting it together, he was going to use Fred Ferguson as his musical director. At the very time, I was working with Fred doing an album.
Wow.
And Fred had selected S01-E04 to do one of my songs, Nice Guys Finish Last. And so when Philip was looking for a character to play Naughty Johnny, Fred said, I think I got the person.
Mm-hmm.
And so the casting was really amazing because everyone fit in. And I think the cast really enjoyed the music because, as Philip told me, a lot of them didn't even know a lot of the music, because remember, this was done from 71 up to the present.
Right.
And so it was a revelation for them as well. It all came together in a miraculous way, and it was really, really amazing.
And lucky you guys are going to get to see that performance on our TV for sure. And make sure you watch The Real Ting when it comes on TV. So Eddie Minnis, thank you so much for being there, and stay safe and everything, and have fun in Alutra. And I come into Alutra to see you soon.
Looking forward to that. And as I said,
You got to make your ringtone an Eddie Minnis song now. Come on.
yeah, I gotta do better. I thought I'd put that thing on silent.
No, that's okay. But make an Eddie Minnis song for your ringtone.
That sounds like a plan.
All right. You take care of yourself, all right?
Appreciate that, man. You take good care too.
All right. More Charlie Bahama Show coming up soon.
The Charlie Bahama Show. We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And now we have two of the writers of The Real Ting here, Nicolette and Patrice, my two old buddies. Oh, it's so good to see you all.
It's good to see you too.
It's great to be here. Thank you.
You must be, as I am, fans of Eddie Minnis, the music we grew up on. How was it to be able to bring his music to life?
Well, it was a great fun. I have to tell you, it was a whole lot of fun. When Philip came up with the idea, I don't know who said it first. We might have to fight over that. But let me just say that I said it, and he might say he said it. Let's just go with that.
I going with you.
I said, it has to have two people in it, and their names are going to be Mike and Johnny, based on the songs that I knew growing up.
And Patrice, what about you as a writer too?
Yeah, well, the thing is, this was such a privilege for me. I often say that when you say yes to Philip Burrows, boy, you don't always know what all you're saying yes to, right? So when he approached me and he said, Nico and I are thinking about doing we're planning to do a jukebox musical based on Eddie Minnis's music, and we'd like you to, serve as one of the writers. I said yes. I didn't know what I was getting into. I kind of took Nico's lead in many ways, but once the script was done and the production started to come together, and I saw how gifted the production team and the cast and everybody was, I was like, wow. I feel like it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, I will agree, because when I saw this, it not only brought back memories, with all the music and, growing up for me in the 70s as a young kid, knowing all these songs, I mean, it reminded me of a lot of songs because like I told Eddie, I'm like, I was like, oh my God, I remember that song. Oh my Lord, this one. It seems like 5 different people wrote all these songs because there's like so many great songs. You're like, one person couldn't have done all this,
Yes.
So
No,
Right.
and we only put 25 of his songs in the musical. And he has, what, 90, 100?
Yeah.
Pile of songs. But Philip was the genius behind the story, all right? Patrice and I wrote the words. But the way in which the process went was Philip said, okay, let me tell you what this musical is about. And we sat down and Philip said, okay, so this is what happens. There's these 2 guys, Johnny and Mike, and they're brothers. And then he told us the story. What if one of us writes one of the characters and the other one writes the other character? So he said, so Mike has to tell Johnny's story and Johnny has to tell Mike's story.
Mm-hmm.
So I got Mike and Patrice got Johnny and away we went.
Away we went is right.
Wow. Well, listen, I gotta say, you all did a fantastic job, and like I told the viewers out there, they'll be lucky to watch this. So,
Thanks, Charlie.
all right, y'all take it easy.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, now we have Simone and Ricardo. Welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. I got to see this, as I've been saying throughout this show, and every aspect of it is amazing. The choreography, the costuming. You had to go back. What would that be? Like was that the 60s or the 70s?
It was the 70s. The 70s.
So tell me about being able to work with this amazing catalog of Eddie Minnis music and in that era. How was that?
Yes. Well, thankfully, I was lucky because I was a child growing up when Eddie came out with all these songs in the 70s. So the music was so near and dear to my heart. And when Phil approached me and said, Simone, okay, I'm going to take you up on your offer. You're doing the costumes for this show. I was just bowled over. I went to meet him. We talked about costumes, concepts, and all of that. And I had to go back and do the research to come up with, the appropriate costumes. Because, costumes from the 70s can easily be a caricature of the 70s, but we wanted it to be very realistic. The Bahamas in the 70s.
And the thing is, it must have been hard to find this type of clothing. The Stop and Shop clothes, so.
We actually had a few authentic 70s pieces, some jackets, some bell-bottom pants, different things like that. But they were so old that I think we had a mishap one time with the pants splitting on somebody on stage. So that's to show you how authentic it was.
So Ricardo, the choreography, you're working with amazing music, but to work all that together with the choreography, I love the staging, how you all did that. How was it working with the choreography on this?
Well, it was really, really something that I had to say, I want to make this the best as it can be. And especially with this music that is so memorable and so, very people living in that era, it was a special time for them. So I had to dig deep and listen to the lyrics like almost every night, trying to get the feel of what it was. And of course, coming together with the cast and making sure that their characters blended with the movement and the song and everything else and the direction. To me, I feel as though it was an amazing experience. We did it from scratch, but just having the moment in time to illuminate an artist like Eddie Minnis, to me, that felt so special, and I was so glad to be a part of it.
Well, thank you both for your amazing work. This show is something that I'm happy that the viewers out there will be able to watch on our TV. And, it takes so many people to put this together, and you guys did a great job. So thank you for all that.
Thank you.
All right, more Charlie Bahama Show after this.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And now we have 2 special guests with, musical phenomenons from the real Ting. We're going to talk about that right now. And I just have to say right away, Fred Ferguson, my fantastic The Charlie Bahama Show theme song. My boy Fred Ferguson did that for me. So Fred, thank you so much. I mean, I didn't even have to say much. I just said da da da, and Fred came back, and Fred hit it right on the head from the start. You know, right on the head from the start. So thank you for that.
No trouble, brother. Rick is
And
free
then,
forever.
yeah, you know it, boy. We've been working together for a long time from Waterloo days. Remember when I was a DJ there and you was playing high voltage? Then with you was on Electric Air for many times, and then we went through Bahama, where the first music videos I did for you all. So we have a long time together. And then history. And then Adrian Archer, man. I remember Adrian from when I was at the Counselors and he was at tourism, man. We worked together from then. But he is a musical phenomenon now. So Adrian, it's good to have you again on the show, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, listen, we got so much to get to. It's so much in this show. So let's get right to the music of The Real Ting. So tell me about this, the two, and whoever starts first, you all jump in.
I'll let Adrian go first because age before beauty.
The Real Thing was not what I was supposed to do. That was the year that I was supposed to be off doing public relations work for Shakespeare in Paradise because Fred was doing The Real Thing. Fred moved to Alabama, right? And was supposed to be the musical director who's supposed to be present directing the music, but no, he moved to Alabama and constructed this music based upon the recordings of Eddie Minnis, sent it back to NASA and say, here, teach it to the people. So I called up Fred, well, after Philip said to me, Adrian, I really need you to help me with this because Fred has moved to Alabama. So I said, okay, no problem. You just teach him the music and Fred will handle it from there. Cool, no problem. So I leave the theater, I go in the back in the box office, I come on my phone, I said, Fred, I've been asked to teach the music. He said, oh, great, my brother. He says, my brother all the time. My brother, good for you. So I said, okay, where is the music? Where is the sheet music? And there was silence. And I said, are you still there? Nothing. And finally he said, what sheet music? In fact, that's the clean version of what he said. What he said was, what blank music? I said, as in to teach the people how to sing. He said, what the hell that got to do with me? You are teaching them how to sing. You better go write the music because I don't write no music.
So Fred, I see Adrian froze. See, you done frazzle Adrian. He just thinking about this again and he freezing up.
We'll wait for him to get back in.
Yeah, but Fred, tell me then about, working with Eddie Minnis's music, this body. I mean, you are a legendary musician yourself, Fred, but this is Eddie Minnis.
Philip and I sat with Nicolette and Patrice, and Philip had the idea of doing this thing, with Eddie Minnis. And Eddie Minnis has so many songs that he recorded. So we had to choose, Philip had to choose the right songs that will weave into this storyline that will make sense and so forth. So that's the genius of Philip. So now we decided the 20 whatever songs. As Adrian said, I've moved to Alabama. And so now I have to recreate all of these songs, hopefully guessing the right key for the people. Now, my limitation in whatever you say about my music skills is I don't have any theoretical background. So Adrian, Adrian happens to be right in the right place at the right time. And I'm happy that he was there because the end product, this turned out to be a wonderful experience. We had a great time working with the cast. The cast were all receptive. The choreography was great. The costuming was great. And as you said, this has turned out to be a very memorable, wonderful project. Check the level of talent and explain to me why we don't have more of this going on in our country. So shout out to Shakespeare in Paradise for what they are doing. But I'm sure if we put our energies behind it, we can do much more of this, what you're seeing here.
Yeah, I must say, I'm so happy the two of you all were a part of this. And I hope we get to see more of this. And I'm so happy that, the folks here are going to be able to see the entire The Real Thing, on cable.
Well, I think, Charlie, we are just happy to be on your new show. Congratulations on your new Charlie Bahama show.
Listen, this is amazing. You guys will be right back with more of the Charlie Bahama Show.
Charlie Bahama Show.
Follow Charlie Bahama on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or go to charliebahama.com.
Charlie Bahama Show.
All right, now we have the festival director, the creator of this whole Shakespeare in Paradise Festival. So Philip, it's good to have you on the show, and we've spoken to so many, the people that are the actors, the musicians, the dancers, from the beginning, from last week's show and this week's show. And you have put on an amazing festival, and we spoke a lot about The Real Thing. I had Eddie Minnis on, but tell me about there's another show too in the festival.
Well, the good thing about the whole virtual festival that we're doing this year is we have 4 productions. And Sammy Swain, the legend of Sammy Swain that we did a number of years ago, is going to be one of the productions featured, along with, of course, The Real Thing and Small Axe and Othello. So of the 4 of those productions, thank you to Cable Bahamas, they've been with us from the first festival. And we really appreciate them, and they're going to be airing this virtual festival so that hopefully next year, people can actually come to the theater and see Shakespeare in Paradise in person.
Yeah, and for those out there that haven't been able to go to see these plays in person, you're lucky you're seeing it on TV. But next year, hopefully, no more COVID, we can get out there and go see it live, because there's nothing like seeing it live. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So Philip, thank you guys, you, your wife, the whole team, for putting this together, bringing the Bahamas and Bahamians quality cultural entertainment. And it's we can't thank you enough.
No problem. Thank you. We try to keep going. We'll push forward.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and we'll be right back with more of the Charlie Bahama Show.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back.
Well, that was another amazing Charlie Bahama Show. And if you can't get out to all those Shakespeare in Paradise plays next year when they come back, I mean, at least this year you can watch it on our TV, and it's been amazing. So check them out. And listen, to all you artists out there, keep up the good work, all right? Until then, next week, come on back to more of the Charlie Bahama Show. And of course, you can message us on social media or at our website, charliebahama.com. All right, until next week, we'll see you on the Charlie Bahama Show.
Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama